He don't get it, does he?
Right, say hello then to people that are not watching.
Hello to people who are not watching.
And who are you?
I am Egil, and I will be with my associate Bragi, who you'll see later.
And what do you do?
Me?
Here?
Oh, on here. I'm just sort of like the eye candy, sex god and pensioner. With Bragi, he does the technical bits. You will see him, I'm sure, later on, because he can read the comments. I don't have my glasses with me.
Who said that? I can't see you.
Yeah. But, yeah, you know.
And what do you do at home?
Not a lot. I like to smoke my pipe with legal tobacco. I study, well, I collect war medals and research them. God, I can almost see you falling asleep as I speak. But, yeah, no, it's just what I do. I research Viking stuff.
Oh, we've got one thumbs up.
Oh, great.
I'll sit down now for that.
Okay. Well, here is Bragi.
Have you noticed sitting down with weapons is difficult?
Especially when you got an axe.
And look, hang on with me whilst I try to log on to the live stream so we can see if anybody's actually watching.
Hello. While he's doing that, have you ever thought of dandruff? What use is it? What was God thinking of when he invented it? Well, that's open to discussion.
Well, surely God's.
Well, you know, maybe it feeds the little creepy crawlies that lived in our hair many years ago. Not today, I hasten to add. And as you probably gathered, I'm just talking nonsense.
Do you have less dandruff as you get older?
I don't have it. I'll tell you what I do that most people don't realise. I never wash my hair.
Head and shoulders?
Nope, never do it. Because naturally your hair cleans itself.
I've heard that.
Yeah. It itches for the first month and sometimes if it rains. But your natural oils still stay in. I mean, I'm 66 and look, I've still got most of my hair.
And does that go for your moustache as well?
No, I wash my moustache because it gets jam, marmalade and there's other substances in it. But my ex-girlfriend, her mother, had hair down to here and she never washed it either.
Yes, I've heard about that. And how would Vikings have dealt with dandruff? Did they have dandruff? Is it a new thing?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't think it is.
I know they had fleas and things like that. Various other creepy crawlers. I have had at one time, accidentally, got nits.
Oh, yeah.
And that was because a woman I was going with at the time, her daughter was at school, and they don't have the knit nurse like they used to, and she spread it around. And the thing about nits, they take on, and if you had nits, they'd be the colour of your hair, and if they transferred to me, they'd go this colour, and it's weird.
Ah, that's interesting, and that probably explains why Anglo-Saxon and Viking combs were so fine to get rid of the nits they had and any
well, I
sort
only
of
found out because I was watching television and this thing fell on me, and you can get shampoos from Boots.
Oh yes.
Chemist.
Ain't TV amazing? Who'd have thought it? You'll be on TV, on YouTube, on TikTok.
Some of us, darling, it's natural. It's obvious.
Ah, you're showing your true self there.
Yeah.
Now we have a comment here from Brian Kettleran, and he says, "Hi, Egil and Bragi." And in a second comment, they say, "How are you?" How are you, Egil?
I'm groovy, baby. You know, I'm a bit tired at the moment because I'm getting on and we've walked, and never mind. But yeah, I'm fine. I hope you all are okay. Coping with COVID brilliantly. I've had my jabs and I'm feeling groovy.
Oh yes, the Kung Flu you call it, not COVID on TikTok.
What do you call it?
The Kung Flu, they don't get picked up by the algorithm.
Okay, fair enough. But no, I'm feeling good.
Oh, good.
After I've done here, I've got to go shopping and get some luxury foods.
How are you, Brian? Let us know in a comment.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit egotistical.
Oh yes,
there.
it's not all about Egil, not the Egil Thorsson show.
Oh yes.
We're saving that for the future.
Oh yes.
So Egil's going to interview famous celebrities like Mel Gibson.
Zippy.
Zippy. I don't think they know who Zippy is.
I thought everybody knew that, Zippy.
They still don't know who he is.
It's a children's show that was in the 80s.
Yes.
80s, 90s. It was a brilliant show, and there was a creature called Zippy who was my folk hero.
Yes, have you thought about trying to do an impression of Boris Johnson and you could tell a folk tale as in?
Boris Johnson,
I mean, how would he sound like on camera?
I wouldn't even attempt it because
a lot of your impressions are outdated.
yeah, I know I'm an outdated guy.
That's the way you groove, man.
I'm a Renaissance boy, man. Yeah.
Now, don't forget to go and share this live stream so we can get more people in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I've not been uploading so many videos on YouTube. I don't think Egil knows this, but we're slowing down at the moment, and we're just putting out generally one video a week, which is going to be even a Sunday and a Monday, depending when the video uploads, and that'll be an historical video. I'm just trying a different strategy. Instead of like bombarding you with 1 or 2 videos a day, which we could do, but we're going to save that for the autumn and the winter, because we are building up a lot of these shorts videos, and some of them are very interesting, some are very, very short. And certainly today I've been having Egil doing some dancing, haven't we, Egil?
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Oh yes.
But also, I'm not getting back. You gotta be careful who you impersonate, because you might get sued.
Well, there is that, and I think some people try to copyright the voices. But let's talk about copyright. There's a big issue at the moment going on in the Norse world, and that is Disney are trying to copyright the names of the Viking gods.
Oh, that's who they are.
Yes, I mean Disney own Marvel, and of course Marvel used the Viking gods in their cartoons, and I think that's pretty disgusting myself.
Yeah.
It'd be like copyrighting Jesus, Matthew,
Exactly.
Mark, Luke and John,
I mean,
and they'll never do that, but yet they seem to be having a go at copyrighting names like Thor, Loki and Odin.
well, it's the same old story, isn't it? Let's upset the pagans.
Yes.
It's,
But I think, you know, that's going to upset a lot of heathen people across the
That's
world,
me.
days,
I
us
don't-
two included.
and also, I won't go into it too far because we don't want to get done.
Well, no. And if
Freedom
you
of
want,
speech, what's that?
oh, well, it used to be freedom of speech, but now, you know, you say the wrong word and you can be locked up in prison so easily these days, you know.
I have to watch what I say because I'm from a different generation.
Well, you are from a different generation, and fair enough. I mean, you are 20 plus years older than me.
And also, I refuse to be bullied by dangly earrings and guys called Craig or whatever. Yeah?
And if you are watching this video, Craig, later on, hello.
Yeah, have a nice day.
He's a YouTuber. That's Gadget Man 404. And at some point, he does a lot of drone videos, but we're on about getting together, and you're going to love this. We're going to do some Viking combat, and he's going to film it with a drone. I think that would be very interesting.
Yeah, that Craig, I'm not getting at him, it's just a generic name I use.
Now, we have a comment here from one of our very old subscribers and a very good friend of mine, and yours as well, and that's Thomas Dale.
Hey, Tom.
Hi Tom, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah.
Sorry not messaged you today, I've been a bit busy. I've had Egil dancing up and down the garden, singing to Motown songs, telling people to go away.
You make it sound like I've just leapt out of the bush and you're chasing me around, Benny. Yeah.
Well, no, we're saving that for when we can hire a lot of people in Derby and chase you around with old deers. That'd be funny.
What about nice young women who
Well,
like old men?
That's my version.
See what I have to put up with.
Anyway, Thomas in the comment says, just eating a sandwich.
Look
Well,
at
what
you.
sort of sandwich are you eating, Thomas?
Well,
And he says, hello, Bragi and Egil.
what's your favourite sandwich? What would you say?
A cold lamb sandwich with a bit of mint sauce.
I like camembert with with purple grapes. Or here's another one, takes me back, sandwich spread by Heinz.
Now, you may be asking, why do I like cold lamb sandwiches?
All right, why do you like cold lamb?
It's because of the movie Meet Joe Black. Have you ever seen that movie?
I never heard
It's
of it.
got, what's the name in it?
Jack Black,
No, not Jack Black. It's got,
Joe Brown.
I can't remember names at times. My memory, my brain goes
So
quiet.
it happens to me all the
I
time.
know, it's
guys.
old age, but it's a very good movie, and it's about the devil. No, it's not about the devil. It's about death. He kind of comes back to Earth, and he lives a life and like lives with this billionaire man, and who has to look after him. Very good. It was on BBC the other day.
Oh, right, I missed that.
It'll come back to him in it. But in that video, in that film, he talks about cold lamb sandwiches. So I tried it one day, thinking, I might try
it's
that.
nice.
And
I
it
like
is.
that,
It's
yeah.
bloody lovely.
You
anyway.
wake up about 4 in the morning and go, Flintstones!
Yeah.
Well,
What's his
you
name?
just
It'll come
can
back in a minute when I'm not thinking about it.
Hmm.
Because you get all tensed up, and your learnt memory is stored as a vibration in your body, see?
It reminds me of The Simpsons when Mr. Burns was on about it, and
Yes.
there's all these germs forcing their way through a door and they get jammed, and he thinks he's fit.
Anyway, I've got some more comments to read. We love reading your comments, and
Yeah.
we must do this more regularly. And we will try to live stream every time we do some filming. We're
This
also
is
trying to
water.
live stream also on TikTok, but on TikTok apparently you got to do daft things. So we're going to do a half an hour of dad dancing with Egil next Monday.
Okay.
Anyway, go back to the comments. Thomas Dale says it's a raspberry jam sandwich. Nom nom nom.
No,
Yeah, I like the sound
I'm
of
more
that.
a strawberry jam guy. I'll tell you a nice one.
Yeah,
Peanut butter and strawberry jam. It's an American one, and it's jolly nice.
I like peanut butter off the
Yeah.
spoon. That's another reference there to meet Joe Black.
All right.
Anyway, Thomas Dale says Bernard Black. No, it wasn't Bernard Black. It was, what's his name? I've just forgetting his name. I can't Google it, but I can't be bothered.
No idea who you're talking about, but yeah, okay.
Anyway, we've got another comment here from Pyro Fisher.
Hi, Pyro.
Hi, Grub Eoch, and that must be hello. And Thomas Dale says hi, Pyro. And Pyro Fisher says hi, Thomas. So don't forget, guys, to go and share this live stream so we can get more people watching and discovering the channel.
Woof.
And one day YouTube might be fair and start sharing our content more, and we'll get more viewers. That's my little rant about the lack of growth on YouTube.
I know very little about what is said.
Yes, that just goes over your head.
I'm just eye candy.
You are the eye candy and the brains, and he's the
Do you think
good
I ought
luck.
to change my name to Max Thrust?
Is that your porn name?
That's my normal
You got to take your mother's maiden name and your first animal pet.
Floppy Branscombe.
Yeah, that's your porn name.
Yeah.
Floppy Branston.
Branscombe. Not really that.
You have what is it? A dog or a cat called Floppy?
It was a rabbit.
Oh,
I had
rabbit.
a rabbit called
Yeah, I
Floppy.
understand that now.
And my mum's maiden name was Branscombe, so Floppy Branscombe.
I mean, nobody in the world would name their rabbit Floppy, would they? I mean, the cat, dog, or Floppy.
Oh, they did then, because it is flop.
Talking about Vikings, as we are a Viking channel, what sort of sandwich would they eat? And would they have ate sandwiches, do you think? Do you think they would have had the notion to get 2 bits of bread and put some meat in it?
I would have thought so. I mean, it's the first thing you think of, really. I mean, they wouldn't have called them sandwiches because the Earl of Sandwich wasn't there, but
Well, yes, he'd be turning his grave right now. Probably sliced between 2 bits of bread.
playing poker or whatever it was he was playing.
Now, Thomas Dale in a comment says, strawberry jam is a touch too sweet for me. Still nice though, just my fave. And now we have a comment here from Forgettable. Long time no see.
Hi.
I haven't been able to watch you guys for a while, but I love you both.
Ah, thank you.
We love you too, and we
Yeah.
love our we love all our subscribers and all our fans.
In
And,
a
In a
normal-
loving sense.
Yeah.
Not like it's your girlfriend or boyfriend sense.
No, it's been a long time since I had a girlfriend. She blew me out.
Well, yes, moving on from that one.
Ring me!
Now, Forgettable has sent us a donation of $5. So thank you very much for that.
Cheers, mate.
And don't forget, in your super chats, you can also ask a question, and that question will be pinned to the top, and we always will answer them. So that's wonderful. I mean, ever since we started doing live streams again, we've had a few donations, and it really does mean a lot to me and Egil, doesn't it?
In the words of Peter Sellers, he was looking at the yoke, yeah?
And I'm sure Tyrkir, if he was here, would agree, or Tyrkir, as you call him. So Thomas says, I knew a guy called Steve Fury and another called Matt Power. All right.
Well, I still think Max Thrust is where I'm at.
I think the coolest name I heard was a guy who used to work for my father Magnar, and his name was Abdul Mystery.
Nice.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
And he was a jeweller. Anyway, move on for that. Forgettable says, got to go, but take care.
So,
Well, take care, Forgettable.
and you, mate.
Thank you for the donation, and you will be able to watch the rest of this live stream at your own will later on when it goes public.
I'm assuming that's the chap we're talking to.
I can't tell you on that. I assume so.
Well-
Most of our viewers are men.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 8% or 9% are women, and 91% are male.
Well,
Whereas,
if you are a lady, I apologise.
yes. So there you go.
I touched your knee then. That was a bit friendly,
Hey,
wasn't
you're
it?
trying to touch me up.
Oh, speak for yourself, dear. And I'm not a hairdresser. I never have been a hairdresser. Never will be a hairdresser. So
Is that your hairdresser disclaimer?
Yeah. I mean, you know,
Because one or two people in the comments over the last few months have said that, are you associated with hairdressing?
I was a groovy guy. I worked in a museum. I've sold insurance, and
If I could get you trained as a hairdresser and get you a job, would you do it?
yeah, forget it. Look, with hair like this.
Real Vikings don't cut their hair, do they?
I don't know. Well, there
What?
was a Viking cut actually. You know the guy in ABBA who
Yes.
used to sing with the straight fringe? Well, apparently it's a Norwegian style.
Yes, the other day I was watching a part of the series called Vikings again, and I thought to myself, I'm going to go out, I'm going to get half my head shaved and have a Swabian knot and look really non-authentic.
Yeah.
But do you want to talk about authentic hairstyles? Because that's often asked.
Well, all is very little known. We know that it was actually, there was an edict sent out that, you know, Saxons weren't allowed to have their hair cut like the Vikings.
Yes.
And apparently they had like the guy in ABBA, you know, they had a straight fringe. And
Which one?
Benny, the one who played the guitar. Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently that was outlawed by the church, along with bathing and fraternisation with the Norse.
Yes, we'll have to get you dancing to some ABBA songs on TikTok.
I like ABBA.
I like ABBA, they write very good music.
Yeah, and the two guys still do. They've written a lot of musicals.
One of them was on the news the other day. I think he's like Slovakian or Estonian. I think, no, he's Estonian, and he works in a museum now. And of course, one of the women, I do believe,
Agneta.
died, fell through a window and killed herself by accident. But I could be wrong there.
No, you're not. Agneta, she was recording with Gary Barlow at one time.
All right. The man that doesn't pay his taxes.
Well, you must say
Allegedly.
that I couldn't comment, but the guys Benny and Bjorn, they are quite big in writing stuff, and Agneta is a dark-haired lady.
You could have been called Bjorn Thorsson.
No, Bjorn again.
Well, we've got 6 people watching, so thank you.
Hi.
And yes, you may be wondering where we are from. We are from the town Derby, and that
Well,
is,
yes.
if you're not from England, that is smack bang in the middle of England.
I was actually born in Kent
Well, we won't hold it against you.
at Fontenay Nursing Home, a very posh place.
Oh, indeed.
Now, if I stood outside, they'd move me on. But we lived in Chatham at that time. That was
Yes.
when God was a child.
Yes, Chatham.
Yeah.
Now, I'll go back to one of the comments before you go back to talking about haircuts. Do you finish that talk? I don't remember.
Yeah, I've done.
I'm tired today. And
Well,
then
you're
Thomas says, hi, I'm bye, forgettable. In a comment, Thomas Dale says, laughed out loud, yeah, I had a teacher at school called Mr. Mystery.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, when I was at school, we had 2 teachers. There was Mr. Leake and Mr. Poole. And it was the 70s. We were desperate for any form of humour.
I had an art teacher called Mr. Sketchley. And he also did archery.
My art teacher was gorgeous, Miss West. Woof.
Oh, I want to say hello to her right now.
You're kidding, she's probably in an old folks home now.
She went, oh dear, with a Zimmer frame.
It's funny actually, you know, you meeting teachers. When I worked at the Industrial Museum, there was a tour of people going around, and she said, oh, do you remember me? I was at school with you. And I says, yeah, I feel old. I said, well, you are old. I'm 60 at the time. So how old does that make you? And she went off in a huff.
Have you ever been to a school reunion?
Once, never again.
What was it like?
Cultural neuralgia, because the teacher who was there suddenly thought, oh, he was in my class, so I could talk to him like an idiot. And he came out. Very luckily, I didn't smack him in the mouth. But no, as I say, I often wonder what happened to my classmates and things. But
Yes, I've never been to one, I must say. I mean, I left school in 1991. And when I go out in Derby, I'm still wearing the same uniform, which was a Guns N' Roses t-shirt and black jeans.
no, I had a tie and blazer. I was a senior prefect.
That's the way I dress.
We weren't allowed to, we had to wear a uniform when I was there. And I travelled a long way from Rookie to Langley Mill. That's quite a way to those who don't know.
So just go back to some of the comments. Thomas Dale says, hairdresser, someone who puts dresses on rabbits, larger, wilder cousins. And of course, it was quite interesting a few years ago when they were doing an archaeological dig and they found some rabbit bones which predate from the Saxon age. So there's now a debate actually whether rabbits were earlier and hares were there as well.
It was said that the Romans introduced rabbits. Whether this is true or not, I don't know, don't quote me. But the hare was a sacred animal to the Celts.
Yeah, it was.
Along with salmon. And they were astonished that the Romans would eat hares. I was digging at a place called Carsington where they were constructing a reservoir, and I saw what I thought was a rabbit, a massive great thing, and its eyes were huge, and it just stood there, and I walked by because I didn't want to upset it.
So who would win a fight between a rabbit and a hare?
Hare. They're massive.
They're very muscular, aren't they?
Oh, their eyes, their face is muscular. And they're about the size of a small dog.
Oh yes. So just go back to some of the comments. We've got a few more. So Komaleszus, I hope I pronounced that right. Zayuk Islis. Hello from a fan from Poland. Your channel is a great source of knowledge about Viking Age. Thanks.
Yes,
Well, we
yeah.
aim to please, don't we?
We try to, and we try to bring people in together. And,
Yes.
you know, you're our family, if you
We
like.
are community.
And we like to produce stuff that you yourselves like, because it's no much good if we just do it and you don't
yes.
like it. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. It's amazing that we go all the way to Poland.
Oh, all over the world. We're international. You know, if we ever go into space, we'll be on Mars one day. You know, that's the future, man.
I like Mars bars. I broke a tooth on the Mars bar.
I like a marathon better.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, I've got to be in the mood.
Mars are too chewy.
Well, Mars has changed from when I was a lad. They've changed the recipe.
They was probably bigger in those days. Everything's getting smaller these days. Have you noticed this?
Well, it's not so much that I was smaller, so everything's going to be bigger.
Well, of
isn't
course, I was a child Egil.
it? Yeah, but I was still cute.
So Thomas Dale says hello to Carmelius,
All right.
and Brian Kettleran says bye. So goodbye, Brian. We'll watch it
Brian.
later.
Yeah, all right. Bye, Brian.
Yeah. Oh, you're a poet and you don't know it.
Yeah.
And Brian Kettleran says take care. Oh, we all do. Now we have a comment here from Living History School, and they've been supporting our channel since day one, really.
Oh, great.
And they have a really good channel. I urge you guys to go and check out Living History School's channel. And he said you should shoot some videos at some Anglo-Saxon sites.
Well, it'd be nice if we could,
Yeah.
but certain domestic arrangements mean we can't travel.
Yeah, I'm basically stuck in the house because I care for my father Magnar, and literally I can only get away for about 15 hours a week, which is crazy, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And two of them I'd sacrifice to do filming.
because the one I do like is when we went and did Derby Cathedral and around Derby.
Yes, we did. We got 3 videos published from those videos, and I've still got a few more to edit. And there's a couple of longer videos. And you see Egil, he looks like he's dressed as a 1960s Al Capone gangster type, in
Smartly
a
dressed.
smart suit. And
Well, that's just one
I was
of them.
very impressed by those videos. And we are going to make some more videos, and I'm going to suggest that Egil he reads up on some of the Derby history, so he's prepared in his mind, and we can go out and shoot some more.
Well, at one time, I used to do walking tours in costume around Derby,
Yes.
which was fun. And I was for a charity called Mind, which hit financial problems, and the people I used to contact have all got themselves different jobs.
And another thing we're going to do with that, we're going to shoot some videos in Derby where we both appear on camera. But in order to do that, I need a third person. So if Thomas is willing, Thomas Dale, to come and join us, so he can stand and guard the camera and operate it, we can teach him very quickly. Then I'll probably feel a bit safe about being in front of the camera, not knowing that it's going to get nicked and I'm going to have to run after somebody. So
Some ladies.
Well,
that'd be nice.
when we meet up next Wednesday for a beer, which I'm still up for, and some food, we'll talk about that. And you can just come and be security for a couple of hours and help us with that. So just going back to some more of your comments, we do love reading your comments, and just going back about going to Anglo-Saxon sites and not also other sites like Roman sites and Viking sites.
Going to some natural.
I'm kind of planning to do that in the future when I'm not in the situation of being a full-time carer. And plus, we want to do it when the channel's a lot bigger than what it is now, because we're going to have a bigger audience.
What we could do when you're available is do a walking tour of Roman Derby.
Yes.
I can take you around that and show you.
Well, that could be another set of videos
That's
to do.
later on.
Well, we can do that one easily. That's no problem. But if it means like travelling to Nottingham or further afield, then I would find that very difficult. So, going back, Thomas Dale says bye Brian, and Comelius. I'm gonna have to read up how to pronounce your name. Some days I'm really rubbish at pronouncing things. And it says hello Thomas, and we have a comment here from Sean Whittaker, and it says hello guys. Hello Sean.
Hi Sean.
And today we responded to one of your comments on our TikTok page. So we will try to get that up in the next few days, and watch out for that comment which we replied to. Well, Egil did.
Yeah, I just recognised the name.
It's a nice feature that on TikTok. You don't really have that on YouTube where you can select a comment and make a video on it. I think YouTube are really lagging behind when it comes to TikTok, and I'm not surprised really in the last 6 months, going over Egil's head, that TikTok has really overtaken YouTube when it comes to the amount of people watching and content time. You know, it'd be like talking about wargaming, and you wouldn't understand that, would you?
Yeah.
So going back to your comments, so watch out for that.
Adults, you wouldn't understand that.
Well, not really. I could have a guess, but you know, I know what I know, and you know what you know.
Woof woof baby.
Indeed, that's your motto. And I have been asked a few times about merchandise, and I did look up a company called Teespring, but in order to sign up to Teespring, you need 10,000 subscribers, which we're still 7,500 subscribers off. And in fact, we now have more followers on TikTok than we do on YouTube. And we've done that, what, in 6 months?
We want to open another channel called Woof Woof.
Woof woof baby.
Yeah.
Get you doing dancing on it and telling jokes.
Yeah, well, what's the next comment there?
So going to your next, love reading your comments, and Thomas Dale says, hi Sean. And Thomas Dale says, yes, we can do that. So that's great, thank you Thomas. We'll arrange that in the future. It'll be like late afternoon. Ooh. And we had a comment here from Living History School.
Hi.
What about making your own living history village?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great, but we haven't got the space of the financial resources.
Yes, that's going to take some land and some financial backing.
I think the last time there was a village, it came to grief. You remember, around the cricket ground.
There is round Spondon a cowboy village being built. There's my mate Phil, who I bumped into a couple of weeks ago on Derby by chance when he was doing some magnet fishing. He's a cowboy reenactor, said, well, I'm building a cowboy village.
The nearest Viking village I know is in York, just outside York.
Well, Druid, remember Druid the trader?
Right.
He was from Staffordshire, and he had a number of authentic buildings. But I don't know what happened to Druid. He just disappeared. Yeah. And I must ask Tyrkir whether he's still trading. So we have a comment here from Joe Snow.
Is that his real?
Well, that's his username. It may not be his real name in life.
Sorry, I shouldn't.
And I will just go back in a minute and talk about a living history village and how we could fund that. And it says, hey, Redbubble is an option for merch. All right, I'll have a look at that one as well then, because we do want to, you know, get your bus pass and put that on it, and a few of your catchphrases.
I look like a pixie on my bus pass, thanks to a certain person.
I know. It's brilliant.
Fortunately, they don't look at it.
I really must put that on a community tab and share the photograph which I put on Egil's bus pass, because it's so comical.
Looks like somebody's stolen my fishing rod.
I think it shows you what a genius I am. There's a pigeon annoying me.
That's one word for it.
That could have been dinner. Have you ever had pigeon?
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's
a bit gamey.
Well, when I was selling insurance, we had this big do, and they made a big thing of it. And I thought it was okay, but the others all moaned about it. And cranberry sauce with it, woof. I quite enjoyed it.
Yes, I got some applesauce in my fridge. It's lovely with anything. Now, just going back to having a living history village, I think when the channel is a lot bigger than what we are now, and we become mega superstars on YouTube and
next week
TikTok. Oh yes, this morning I had a video go viral. It had 1 view, now I got 2. So when we do become bigger and we can fund it, then that's something we'll look into. And there's a couple of companies in Germany that will manufacture longhouses and ship them over. It's going to be a big task, and we have to get some grants for it probably. And
I think as you start off, you do it for fun.
Yeah,
and then if it makes
it's the name of the channel to have a longhouse, at least one longhouse we can film in, because I think that would be good. And then we can do more, you know, authentic living history videos as well.
You've got West Stowe down south, but I've never been there. But...
So Living History School says local school land is one option. And of course there's also Menor Langley, that could be an option, which is a country estate not far from us.
Is it me or has it got cold all of a sudden?
Well, it has got a bit of a chill in the air.
I mean, just literally like that.
No, in your look, it'll start raining in 3 minutes.
Cheers, mate. Just look forward to that.
Hey, but you're wearing a hat.
I have not got a hat when we're going home.
Well, I can lend you one.
No, it's all right.
I can lend you my gypsy hat.
With my tweed jacket. Oh, hang on.
No, we don't have any hang-ons. I love an hang-on.
What's his name? Tyrkir's got some original
Yes,
ones.
Tyrkir's got a hang-on. Hang-on.
I've seen the original ones in the British Museum.
It's very much like an Anglo-Saxon spear, but with a main metal shaft.
Metal shaft, and also they've got the back.
Yes.
You can't pull it out. You have to push it right the way through.
Because we've got a pilum, a Roman pilum. Pilum.
It's based on that, but the thing is, you get a small head.
Yes.
And it's very narrow, and it gets wider and wider and wider. And it goes in. The point is, you have to knock it through. Horrible thing.
Yes, well, that's another video for another day.
Hang on, it says I've got spear in me.
So, Cornelius, I'm going to try to pronounce your name that way now.
Cornelius.
I think I need glasses, you know. I'm at the stage of being old where
No,
when I read, I can't quite see what I'm reading. And it says, it's still raining these past weeks. How did the Vikings, or Anglo-Saxons, deal with wet weather? By the way, my name is a Polish version of the Latin Cornelius. Easier to say than Cornelius, I think, with a big smiley face.
Weather is just the weather, mate. You know, I mean, it depends on your social class. I mean, if you're a peasant, nothing, you'd do it regardless of the weather. And also, let's face it, the original Vikings came from a lot worse climate than we have here, hence they settled. Because it may be rainy here, but at least you don't get massive snow drifts.
Well, there is that, and severe winters. Although, you know, we can do in the UK.
They just put a cloak over them.
We're definitely due a severe winter. Perhaps this year will be the one.
Yeah, cheer me up, I should.
I don't think so. It'll snow for a few odd times in the winter, and that'll be it. It never snows in Derby often.
Well, we haven't had snow for ages, have we?
Not really. We had a bit. Last winter was not too bad, with a bit of snow. So, going back to more of your comments, Thomas Dale says, IKEA longships that transform into longhouses.
You got it.
Oh, yes. I mean, IKEA could really do a longhouse
Now,
pack.
flat packs are not new.
No.
Roman forts, when they first arrived in Britain, were basically your first flat packs, and there were marks branded on it, like join V to V1.
Yes.
And hey Caesar, you got yourself a fort, a temporary one.
Yeah, you see this in the series The Curse of Oak Island, when they, I think, last couple of years uncovered in the sea where they're excavating. They've got a big kind of a wall to stop the sea getting in, and they found a lot of woodwork with Roman numerals in. And of course, they're speculating that it maybe the Romans got to America beforehand, which is a bit too far-fetched.
That's serious wines,
but
Mike.
they use those sort of techniques up to the 17th, 18th century with Roman numerals for your woodwork.
We still use them today. But I mean, the thing that grinds my gears about that is, as surprised as any island left, they've dug it all up. And
they're not bloody found much. I mean, they found some interesting things, but I think what they've got to do is just commit and just dig a bloody big hole and get to the bottom of the pit and find out what's there.
I'm not saying they can, but have you ever heard of salt in the ground?
Well,
where
yes.
You drop things conveniently and look, I found them.
I'm
not saying that is.
No, there's definitely something went on in that island, no doubt about it.
But I mean, you talk about raining. You talk about the Templars, it just had a drop of rain on me.
I don't know, I thought you'd sweat from your hard work.
No, I am past sweating. But look at the sky.
It's good white on clouds.
Yeah, the sky crying. But anyway, so there you go. I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to get...
Yeah, do you think, would have a wooden, not a wooden hood, a leather hood? Because let's face it, leather is very resistant to rain.
Yeah, well,
and why not have, at the same time, a leather cloak?
Well,
we don't talk about such things.
We haven't found anything
that's one of
as
the
far
problems.
as I know. However, doesn't mean to say absence of evidence doesn't suggest absence. But
there's been a couple of hoods found, but I can't remember the name.
At Jorvik, there was a leather mask. So somebody was probably disfigured.
Yes.
Must have been horrendous. And there's a leather mask that survived.
Well, let's think about it. How many times in Sagas do you hear about longhouses being burnt down? If you're in a burning longhouse, you're trying to escape, you've got a good chance of being burnt. And if you had a very badly burnt face, you may have made a leather mask or got a leather worker in your village to do that.
There's also plague.
What about eye patches? Do you think they would have had them?
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know there's a knee patch.
Yes.
If you go to Jorvik in England, it's oblong with the corners rounded and 2 slots, and that was to support the knee. Because we forget of some of the ailments that people had. There's one, the jawbone. There's a bone growth here, right here, look.
Yes.
It's the size of a squash ball.
Yes.
And that poor fellow lived with that.
So Sean Whitaker says, in the future, it will be good to meet up at York Viking Festival.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, that'd be great.
We've been killed there a few times.
Well, definitely so. Yes.
It's funny. When I was a student there, so I did the first one. It was snow on the ground, so I thought, aha, I should wear tights. And I had tights underneath, these pink trousers, and of course,
ladies' tights.
Yeah, and then of course you get killed in the first few minutes. And I wonder why people were looking at me. I'd split my trousers from crotch to knee, and there was the reinforcing at the top. So they were having a bit mass speculation about is he a transvestite or what?
Well, it definitely pays if you get a nice, decent pair of Viking trousers to go over the sewing around the gusset, because that's where it will go. And the last thing you want it to go is on the battlefield or on camp when you one pair of authentic trousers goes and you're kind of stuffed for a bit until somebody repairs it.
And also, if you're walking out in wilds and it's cold, women's tights, it sounds odd, but women's tights keep your legs warm and other parts.
You could have wear hose. I never worn with them tights myself. There you go.
Well, once you've got them on, you don't notice.
No,
Unless
sure
you want
not.
to go to the lavatory, then of course it does pose a problem. Just cut a slit down.
You'd be wearing those modern pants that make you look firm next.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah. Oh, look at me, lose weight.
Brad Pitt.
No.
It could come back to me. I told you it'll come back.
I know his brother,
Armpit, yeah.
That's next one.
So next comment, and this is from Martin Hale. So hello, Martin.
Yo, Martin.
Is there a Viking living history village in York?
Yeah, just outside York. As you go off the
Jarrow Horde, isn't it?
Yeah, no. If you go off A1,
the road.
Yeah, you turn off left to York. If you carry straight on, you'll see there will be signs for the living village, and we've got a nice little way. They hire these houses out to school children, to schools, and they keep the gardens neat and tidy. But yeah, it's well worth the visit. If you go on a Sunday, there's a nice car boot as well.
Oh right, maybe not at the moment with the lockdown we've been through.
Oh yeah, whatever.
And of course, Derby Viking Festival got cancelled this year, which was this month.
Oh, right.
It was going to be at Loco Park. Of course, we never got an invite.
Wonder why.
Well, it's with the Vikings of Middle England, I think. So
again, I wonder why.
They don't know about us. You know, I mean, very few people have seen us on YouTube. When you think about it, we've only had 225,000 views, which is nothing.
Oh,
so moving on from that, so another comment from Pyro Fisher says,
"Hi Pyro.
When Corona is over and you really want to build a Viking village or longhouse, I would be willing to come from Germany and help you build it."
Yeah.
Ah, cool. We'll put you up and supply you with beer.
Sehr gut. Wunderbar.
Indeed.
Dankeschön.
It's a lovely country, Germany. I'm going to take Egil there one day on a tour and show him some sights.
My father had a friend called Herr Gutmann, and he used to talk about Little Simon. And he always had a paper bag, brown paper bag, and it always got loads of sweets in it. And I always have a gentleman's purse because Herr Gutmann did. And I was so impressed with
Yes, we nearly got arrested in Germany. We was in the middle of a field. I was at a reenactment. It was organised by the British Army, and we was rolling up some cartridges and putting black powder in it, and we did it in a separate field
Yeah.
because we didn't want to blow the tent up. I've seen quite a few people, especially my old mate Moses, on a couple of occasions used to roll up the black powder, and he'll be smoking a fag at the same time. And I remember one stage suddenly there was a loud bang and the tent went flying, and there was Moses all black and thinking, oh, blowing the tent up again. Very bad idea. But we was in this field and we was all rolling up our cartridges because we was about to go on a battlefield, and the police came over, thought we was rolling up something a bit dodgy,
Yeah.
and we weren't. We had to explain, and one of us luckily spoke German, and we also invaded a German wedding. We got invited to that, and that was brilliant.
I remember we had the multi. Do you remember the multi reenactment show?
Yes, Kirby
And,
Hall was the best.
That was it, Kirby Hall. There was they were playing American Marines against the Wehrmacht.
Yes.
And when they'd done, there was a load of paper all over the place. That was where Spitfire just dived down. I remember that. And every Englishman looked up, and every German looked down.
They don't do events like that, and you know, there used to be 5,000 to 10,000 people at those events
Oh, yeah,
taking
they were
part.
great.
It was wonderful. You know,
Yeah, they were not back.
you know. Oh my God, the amount of beer I never drank beer. I drank beer. I used to beer we used to drink in the beer hall. Can't speak there.
Saying out, I nearly got into a fight with one bloke because I'd been drinking. Wasn't his fault either.
So going back to some of your comments, this is from Cornelius.
Hi,
And
Cornelius.
it says, thanks for the answer. Did you watch the Last Kingdom TV series? What do you think about it? Historical accuracy? More realistic than the Viking series? Yes, I definitely agree there.
I never saw it.
Have you not seen Last Kingdom?
No, I ain't got cable.
No, no, but it's on Netflix now.
I ain't got that. But
I mean, there was a few scenes when the one scene I remember in series 3, I think, or 2, was when there was in a long haul and they had 19th century tankards, and I thought how poor that is when they could have very easily got some horn cups and done it, you know, authentically. Yes, they had pewter and pewter was used, but what they did not have was 19th century tankards.
with the S-shaped handle.
Yeah,
Woohoo,
you know, and that was pretty bad, really.
Yeah.
But I think the accuracy to that compared to the Vikings, the Last Kingdom beats the Vikings every time because there's just way too much tooled leather in the Vikings.
Well, you think
and they
about
get
it.
things wrong.
The thing that amazes me is Kurt Douglas' film, The Vikings, made 1959, is pretty accurate compared with some of the modern trash
Oh yes,
that comes out.
I mean they got things wrong in it, but yeah, it's a classic film. And
Yeah.
like I said, it was what 1950s,
59.
59. You know, they knew different things about the Vikings compared to today, so you can't blame them for that. And it's gone down in legendary. It's
The
a
only thing they
legendary
get wrong,
film.
they have this leg binding thing, and you've got a bit of black leather. And
That video we did reviewing the trailer of that film
yeah, it's good. I've
gets
got it.
gets views every day. You know, every day that will get views.
I've got a DVD of it, and I still think it's one of the best.
I bet you got the VHS as well.
I did have all my. I had to throw my VHSs away, which really.
What did it stand for?
Very high something.
Video something.
But I had loads of them, and nobody would buy them off me. And my nephew suddenly realised he still uses videos now, and I actually gave him a video player that I had.
I've still got a headache. I've had a headache all day.
You're not pregnant, are you?
I don't think so. I mean, my
tell you
breasts
what.
haven't got larger. I haven't got morning sickness.
It's starting to get. I think we might have to go in.
Well, we'll go in when we go in. When it's rains, we'll finish the live stream.
Oh, great! So I can walk home in the rain. Cheers.
No,
mate.
you got a bus pass. You can show
I've
me.
still got to get to the bus stop.
I'll lend you an umbrella.
Nah, what do you think my name is?
I got a Mac.
Hiron. I'm not a prevert.
You can borrow my wax jacket.
Yeah,
It's got a hood.
Yeah. Anyway, viewers.
Anyway, moving on from that. It's not raining yet. It's not actually forecast rain until next Monday.
Yeah.
Typical when we plan to film.
And we always get the weather right, don't we?
Well, I don't work for the weather service. I mean,
Whatever.
why can't they get weather right these days?
Well, it's not so much that. It's when you look on the national television. I won't mention the name. We get missed out completely. The nearest, was it the other day, the nearest we got was Cornwall or Edinburgh. It's
I
like
know.
the middle of the country doesn't exist.
No, we're not important enough in the Midlands, in
And
Mercia.
then they went on about the weather in France and yeah, come on. I'd have to watch the local TV station, and they got it wrong.
So we've got a laughing face from Pyro. That's from the comment I made about him coming over and us buying him beer, probably.
Yeah,
We can't help being funny, can we?
that's what we
And
do.
Thomas Dale in the comment says, I've been feeling drowsy today, blame the weather. I've had a bit of a bug since I last saw you last week. I think there's this winter virus going around, and I've had a touch of that. I've not been too bad, but I just had a touch of it.
I'm as fit as a fiddle.
You're fit to me at the moment. And I
Yeah.
can't even go on my weight machine and do anything. And Thomas says, laughs out loud, Pyro. That is a coincidence. And now have a comment from Roman Biscotti. And Roman Biscotti says, that's
nice.
Tangi.
Yeah.
Hello, dears, Boop, and a purple heart, and a unicorn.
Tangi, it's always a pleasure to hear from you. And who knows, one day when the world is kinder, we can meet up.
Now, with her being in Canada, are you keeping cool? There's a heat wave going off in Canada, so drink plenty of water, get some ice down you. Go in your swimming pool, you got one.
They've had a lot of fatalities, haven't
Yes,
they?
I read that.
And it's odd that Canada, of all places, you associate it with being very snowy. But yeah, I suppose it's...
But not Jon Snow.
Yeah, or Peter. But I mean, I suppose it's because they're not in the Gulf Stream like we are. But anyway, you stay safe, my darling.
Record temperatures, Egil.
No, right.
This is like the Canadian Weather Service here for them. And today in Canada, it will be mostly hot.
Well, unlike today here.
And Thomas Dale says, hello, Roman. And Roman says, hello, Bragi, Egil, Thomas, and all. Hello, I'll wave for you. Like the Queen. Hello, I'm the Queen, but I'm not waving.
She's very little, the Queen.
She is very little.
Yeah.
Has she got smaller with age?
Well, obviously crouched over a bit, but
Yeah, bad posture.
I saw her briefly when she made Derby a city and the Duke of Edinburgh.
What was 1970 something?
God knows. God was a child.
I bet you was wearing flares.
No, I was wearing a boiler suit at the time.
Oh right, what were you doing? Working in a garage?
No, I was working at domestic industrial pressings.
Oh right. Oh yeah, you're doing things like that up there.
That's it.
Yeah, they can't see that.
I was degreasing lumps of metal.
Oh,
Yeah, fun time, or what?
it reminds me of that film called The Greasy Strangler. That's a weird film. Don't watch it, Egil. It's too weird. Anyway, moving on from that, reading some more of your comments. And look, we've got 9 people watching. That's a magical number for the Norse.
Yeah.
And yes, one day we will meet and tell folk tales and drink beer. But coffee for me. Laughs out loud. We'll drink beer for you. I love a beer. And Roman says, yes, it was hot here for a bit, but the past 2 days it's nicer. We have air conditioning.
Sorry, I just got a taste of garlic. How the hell have I got that? Sorry.
Well, some time ago we had a problem with our water.
Oh, well.
We had a lot of wasp getting in the water tank, but that shouldn't be tasting like that.
Yeah, it's just me. What's the next one?
You're not a vampire, are you? You'll be alright then. No more comments at the moment, so we can just talk about random things. What we like talking about.
Yeah,
Random subject of the day.
Oh, right. That's weird. Taste of garlic. I don't know where that comes from. I've had it twice today. The garlic smell, that is.
Perhaps there's something wrong with the water in the area.
Probably wrong with me.
Well, at least you haven't lost your taste, so you haven't got COVID to
Yeah.
come through.
I've had the jabs, baby.
Yes. You're
Hint,
jab
hint.
safe.
Oh, I've got hiccups now.
Oh look, and Roman Biscotti has put a little Dracula statue out for you, or a vampire.
I can't see a thing.
No, you can't, you're blind without your glasses. I'm over here, Egil.
Yeah, right.
So, any more questions before we do end this live stream? We've got to go at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to go home and I got to edit videos. Now, one thing I must say, don't forget, guys, to go and check out our TikTok. I'm currently putting about 3 videos a day on TikTok. Yesterday I uploaded 5 videos, and the day I recorded Egil doing some most funny videos. And on those videos, we do swear now and again. So that is a warning for anybody who's got a faint heart and doesn't like swearing. Because I think it's nice to do that, because it's just a bit more fun, isn't it?
I'm nothing too bad. I'm just trying my hair back.
So we've got a comment here from Duncan Lynch, and it says, what are your jobs, Bragi and Egil? So what do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
Ah, there you go.
I used to work at Derby Museum, the Art Gallery and the Industrial Museum. I've done a number of things over the years. Don't be fooled by my Peter Pan looks. I'm an old git.
Oh yes.
But as I
Captain
say,
Hook.
I suppose nowadays you could say this is my living, really, isn't
Well,
it?
yes, it will be when we start making more money and
Hint,
YouTube
hint.
reward us with more views and thousands of subscribers suddenly.
Hint, hint.
Yes, you know, the algorithm needs to pick us up. I mean, it's funny how other channels like the Welsh Viking has 10 times our subs, but yet, you know, we put out a bit of content, I think.
But
and
no,
can a Welshman be a
yeah.
Viking?
Well,
Probably so.
whatever. But I mean, we've sort of we don't have regular jobs anyway, do we? I mean,
Well, my job is really, I'm a full-time carer,
Yeah,
so I
looking
can't have
after
a
people.
job. I'm
yeah.
looking after my dad all the time.
Well,
you know.
I'm an old age pensioner, and this is my hobby.
You know, it don't stop, and it's very, very. Well, I won't say stressful for me. For a lot of people, it would be.
Well, it can be when
You know.
I mean, I remember when my mum went gaga, and I was getting up at 3 in the morning to get her from the bus stop to back home again.
Yeah, well, I keep the house well locked up. Although he did escape onto the lawn the other day and managed to get out.
Yeah, it's surprising the way the mind works, and
So this is fundamentally our full-time job. I do this partly for distraction from the care, because I think if I didn't have something to distract me like
drive you up
this,
the wall.
it would drive me up the wall.
I mean,
Especially when my dad gets all shouty and starts calling me like shitbag. I mean, that was just poor.
Yeah.
And you know.
mine wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah.
I'd have a week, and she would, every time I spoke to her, she'd go.
And he wants to go home all the time. Can I go home? Want to go home? Can I go home?
Yeah.
And you know,
He's probably thinking he's 10 or 12.
it can wear you out. It does wear me out.
Yeah, it does.
But I can walk away. I can go upstairs and read a book and edit a video.
Whereas you used to be able to laugh at it, it becomes an irritant. I mean, I got to the point where I was trying to get my mum to get alcohol in her so she fell asleep. Trouble was, she could hold a bit of alcohol better than me.
I mean, fundamentally, this is my full-time job because I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
So not only do I work 40 hours a week on this channel, I work 7 days a week, and I've done that for since the last 11 or 12 years really, and not really had a break. I'm also carrying another 40 to 60 hours for my dad.
Yeah.
So
It's hard work.
it is hard work, and some days you are mentally drained, you know.
And somebody think, well, why am I doing this? What?
Well, I don't want to see my dad in a home,
Yeah.
you know.
I said that at the first, and
Plus I want to stay here, so and this lovely house which you can't see on camera. So that's what we do, and we're kind of hoping. I don't like to use the word hope, but we're kind of praying that this will pay off one day, and we'll get a wage out of all the effort. You know, it's not about money fundamentally for us; it's about legacy to a big degree,
something to do.
and something to do, and everyone loves it, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, sitting down in the arse on camera is quite difficult.
At the moment, the chair's biffing my body.
I could have got you a cushion.
Don't worry.
Never mind.
It's too late now. Going home.
So I hope that kind of explains what we do for a living. I mean, I like to keep busy, don't you?
Yeah. Well, busy. But,
So Thomas Dale says Blue Spanner is a new superhero. Yes, and if anybody wants to be a moderator on the channel, just let me know in a comment and I'll make you a moderator.
well, that's what Blue Spanner is.
Yes, they basically get to. Well, let's say we get a troll in the comments, they can block them.
Okay.
So just go back to some more of your comments. We're going to end this very soon because Egil's tired. Look at him, his little tired face and his tired moustache.
This Peter Pan look.
You know, he needs his beauty sleep.
Yeah.
You know, 10 hours a day, don't you?
Not to mention the lavatory.
Lavatory sleep. So
Lavatory sleep.
Yeah, well,
Is that called wetting the bed?
yes, it's the early stages of incontinence. Anyway, Sean Whittaker says, always enjoy listening and learning from you.
Yeah,
well, thank you. We
man.
love teaching, but we like to do it in a fun way where we're not going to bore you to death in 2 minutes.
Well, it's the way I learned things. I mean, one thing I learned, and I'll quote Colonel Wintle MC, who was a friend of ours.
Not mine.
Mine. The one thing I learnt at school was a profound mistrust of adults, which has never left me, and I know exactly what he means. I've taught most of my education was passed after school.
Well, yeah, same here. I think I learnt way more out of school than I did at school.
Well, I did the OU. That was one thing.
So Roman Biscotti says, don't forget to hit that like, folks, and share out. Yes, this will be going public straight after this ends, and you better share it afterwards. And I'll go and make a nice thumbnail for it. Not one of them, Egil, a picture for the video. And Thomas Dale says, laughs out loud, lavatory sleep. That's the start of an unrunning joke.
Yeah, well,
So at that point, we are going to say goodbye now because we've been on here for an hour, I think. Yeah, just about. And Egil's tired. And any final thoughts? Final thought over to Egil.
well, don't eat yellow snow. That's one. of them,
That's a good
you
tip.
know. But
Don't eat it
main
in
thing
summer.
is, we're all in this international pandemic.
Yes.
Stay positive.
Yes.
Help people around you. Keep in contact. I send 15 texts a day to people.
Yes, me included.
And everybody. I get the weirdest responses from people. There's one guy who tells me every time he's gone to a lavatory.
Lavatory man.
Now,
I've just had a dump.
having said that, that is the way he communicates.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, but I get some weird comments. But the point is saying, look, I give a damn. I care about what happens. And if everybody could do something like that, the world would be a nicer place.
Yes. It costs nothing to be nice to
No.
people, and kindness is free. But hatred and anger always has a price to it.
It's pointless.
And just going to the last comment, which goes to Roman Biscotti, it says, thank you both. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah.
Hugs and bye. Take care.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Stay groovy.
We'll be back again in the next few weeks.
Yep.
Maybe next week. Maybe Friday. Who knows?
Okay.
You can go now, Egil.
Thank you. Goodbye. I was just thinking it's getting a bit